Welcome back to Cape Critiquers, everybody. Today we are talking about Stranger Things, Season 5, Chapters 1 through 4.
Yay!
Mm-hmm.
It's been like, what, 3 years?
Yeah.
They've definitely gotten bigger.
Yeah, they are just all adults now.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, it's funny.
I mean, Millie Bobby Brown is married and has a child.
Yeah, and they're still in high school.
Yeah. They're freshmen in high school.
Yeah.
Well,
I think. Maybe sophomores. I don't know.
I think they might be seniors at this point.
Yeah, they got to be up there. Weren't they in high school? That's where he met the perpetual high school Eddie.
Oh.
Eddie was in high school for like 5-6 years
Maybe,
already.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
No, I forgot that part of his character, I guess.
I hated Eddie when we first met him from last season.
He was
then I liked him.
maybe the best character in the show.
Yeah, then he turned out to be really good.
Well, it's because, like, they just sacrificed every other character's, like, writing for him to just have better writing.
Yeah.
So
I thought, fucking not reviewing last season, but, like, the dynamic between him, Dustin, and Steve last season was good.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, and not to jump ahead, but I hate Dustin's character right now.
I don't like where Dustin and Steve's character
I don't.
relationship
I
is.
told you guys my realization that, like, they just so clearly want Dustin to be John Constantine.
I think something like that, or
It's not
picking up
being
where Eddie
played
left
well.
off, just being
I feel
abrasive.
like he's just kind of picking up where Eddie left off a little bit.
He's just a dick thinking that he knows,
But-
everything about what he knows about.
Also, just like maybe not understanding like why Eddie was Eddie in a way, because like he went through a lot, and
Yeah.
like despite that was still like very wholesome and kind of just nice to everybody.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it's like so clear to me that like they want him to be John Constantine with like the trench coat and he's just like playing everything off like he's a fucking sarcastic monster hunter.
Well, there's definitely stuff in this entire series that has stolen from so many different shows. It's
I think
unreal.
this season is just off the rails though.
Our main character is basically just turning into like fucking Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Will, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I guess.
and then Elle, I mean, she's training like Yoda.
Yeah.
In the
Wearing-
beginning, wearing
wearing-
Superman clothes.
Well, she's wearing the same outfit that Josh Brolin wears in the Goonies.
Oh, there you go. That's right. Oh,
yeah.
you didn't even think of that. Yeah.
I wonder if she's just going to be wearing that for the rest of the fucking season.
I hope not. I hope not. I hate when they do that and stuff, where they get so entrenched in the story and nobody ever changes.
None of these
and,
kids are fucking changed clothes in 3 days.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know how
Yeah.
long it's been because I mean like
Yeah,
there's
we don't know how long
an
it's been.
ongoing problem in this first few episodes where it's just like it's night and then it's suddenly just day.
Yeah.
Like whenever they're traveling, like one moment I was really thinking about was the bus that all the kids were on. Like where the fuck were they going? Like
Yeah.
they're in town still, but like
But it was day, and then they ended up.
Yeah.
It was like middle of the night.
Also, like,
or maybe the opposite.
Yeah.
when Robin and Will sneak away to go into the woods to try to use him as like an antenna, it's like pitch black, middle of night,
Yeah.
and then 10 seconds later they're in the schoolyard. It's
Yeah.
daytime, and
Well,
kids are being dropped off.
That I sort of saw. It was starting to become. The
Yeah,
sun was starting to come up, and then they were around the yard alone, and then it was like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, and the kids were starting to come to school.
The time between them being in the middle of the woods and then being in the schoolyard cannot have been that long.
Cause like what fucking kindergarten or not? What grade was that? Cause that's like what you'd be.
It's
it'd be
we'll
like
just
8
say
a.m. when,
we'll
like, the
say
day
elementary.
starts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
whatever
say-
Holly's grade.
Yeah,
is.
it's like they were at least there for like fucking just like going through the woods for like 8 hours. Like,
Yeah.
And I can't say. I mean, I didn't hate what was going on with this stuff. I kind of liked it, but there was a lot of silliness going on. I got to say, I love the sister's character. I think she's great. She's a great actress.
I feel that like they really tried to like play the whole like Mr. What's-It and like Henry thing as like some big reveal. But I don't know, if you have like 2 brain cells, you can kind of fucking put that together.
Yeah, especially with what we found out in last season about the whole family and everything else.
Also, I saw somebody say like they were like wondering when they were gonna put it together that Henry is the same Henry that went to school with like them, like Joyce and everything. Because I guess that's not revealed yet. So,
but I don't know. I was thinking that when they went to the like weird fucking flashback scene in his memory.
they're like, I guess technically just chasing a ghost in some ways. Like they don't even know. I mean, they know like it's like this guy Henry who is also Vecna, but they don't know that it goes deeper, I guess.
But shouldn't they know from like when he was like the kid? Like they know who he was as like a kid, right?
Well,
from like the whole spider fucking thing.
Regardless, though, there is like they don't know that Henry is that Henry.
No,
So.
or if they didn't, but maybe we know they don't. Well, now they
Yeah,
do.
we know, but they don't.
I think the whole reveal is that like it's just like, oh, these 3 people that they're all investigating are all the same person. Yeah.
Mhm.
But
don't know.
still,
I
I
thought
don't
it
know
was-
why they didn't pick up. They knew Henry Creel was the kid in 1950s with the powers, but they didn't know that he was one.
Yeah.
And Vecna, I guess.
But wasn't his father earlier involved in some
No.
of these?
No, that's what they thought. That's like what the police thought it was. Anyways,
Yeah, I think we tangentized
Yeah.
that.
I also wanted to bring up like that one flashback memory scene. Joyce, like it's just like clearly her voice is not synced to like what the fucking
I'll say
CGI
this,
creature
though,
is saying.
They picked like very good looking actors as far as like what the younger versions of these people.
Must bring up that point as well, and you definitely saw it with the 2 brothers, Will and whatever his brother's name.
Jonathan.
Jonathan. Thank
Yeah,
you.
those were
those
good
2
too
were
in the
fantastic.
Flashbacks, yeah.
But
I
all
didn't
of
really
them-
like. Well, I thought Jonathan's like actor is just like a very like unique looking person.
Yeah, and then they found the younger one. I don't know if it was CGI
I don't
or
think it looked like him though.
I think it
I
did.
just think it's like he's too unique of a looking person to have any like.
I think it looked
him.
like him.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
like the flashback though to the school when like Steve's dad is there and like Joyce is like giving out the flyers. That guy just looks like fucking Joe Keery a lot, really.
Mhm.
And then the other one looks like Winona Ryder.
That was the fucking worst one yet. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
But one thing I didn't like with like the whole Will fucking flashback scene.
in the first.
No.
No?
When he's like thinking back on his memories.
Yeah.
And it's like
Oh,
8mm.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be 8mm, I guess, because I mean, like, it wasn't actual recordings.
Yeah,
But,
but I
like,
guess it's sort of
I get it.
bounces off
Yeah.
a Robin story of looking at old 8mm when she was
Yeah.
a kid.
Yeah, but I kind of just hated like the whole like I hated most of what they showed, kind of, because
Mhm.
it was just like poor writing. It was just like, oh yeah, this is how Will and Mike met,
Mike, yeah.
and it's just you want to be friends, and there's no bonding moment. It's just
Yeah.
them meeting up.
Mhm.
Well, my problem with it is like they're kind of just like baiting everybody that is like shipping Mike and Will.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure like it's very obvious that the whole point of like Robin's conversation with him about tone deaf Tammy that she had like
Oh,
a
definitely.
crush on is like what?
I just said, oh, definitely, like way too early because I know where you're going with it.
It's fine. But like the whole point of it is like Mike is going to reject him.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole point is like he is going to just learn that he doesn't have to invest his happiness into somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And I mean, Michael reject them, but not as a friend, as
Yeah.
a lover advance or whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Well, I don't even think like Mike has necessarily like denied him yet.
No, I don't even think Mike realizes yet.
Yeah.
I also saw somebody say like when Will pushes him, Mike walks away, and then the scene is just you're just shown kind of Will left alone
Mhm.
there, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that is also kind of foretelling of where he stands as opposed to where Mike stands in that idea of the relationship.
Mhm.
Yeah. I thought the previous season ended with such high stakes, with the world literally being torn apart,
Mhm.
but now it's just 18 months later and they just patch it up with steel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't really seem to matter.
Yeah.
The army is in charge and everything, and there's the little bases, I guess, set up all over Hawkins, but
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to really affect things unless you
And-
try to sled down concrete.
Yeah, and you seriously have the biggest base in the Upside Down, which is pretty wild.
I do think that's an interesting idea that
Mhm.
they would, set
Yeah.
up shop down there too.
Yeah, beside that whole wall.
The whole like steel thing, like how it's like shown through like a Robin talking about it, and it's just like played off like this fucking like kind of like RoboCop, like just
Mhm.
propaganda
Yeah.
moment. It's just
Mhm.
weird.
As far as exposition goes, though, I love that a lot more than anything else.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, that's,
Robin's newscast
Yeah.
kind of being the thing that catches you up
Mhm.
Mhm.
as to what the state of Hawkins currently is.
Yeah, and I thought she did it fantastic. She's one of my runaway stars of the show right now.
Yeah.
I do like her. I kind of feel though like they've like made her significantly stupider.
Not
I think
that.
she's
but more,
always
more so
kind
just
of-
like a lot quirkier.
I think she's always been kind of like that. One of my favorite seasons and duos of that season were when her and Steve worked at the ice
Yeah.
cream shop.
Yeah, but like I feel like her jump from there to now, like she
Mhm.
went from kind of just being like this very blunt, like quirky person to kind of just being like a big baby almost. Just,
Yeah,
like,
I don't know if
fucking
she's. I don't know. I
jingle
kinda,
keys in front of her type of person.
Mhm.
Like my mom tells me I'm not sincere ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, it just have a whole list of just
I don't know.
stupid
I mean,
shit.
I also think she's like kind of a like neurodivergent character.
I just thought like they fucking dialed it up to 11 this season
Yeah.
when it was like
Mhm.
to 11. But like it's
Oh,
just like
boy.
so much worse this season. And did I really just say that out loud? I thought that was in my head.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like the whole dick joke,
Yeah.
just fucking stupid. There's also
And they had that was like a run-on thing in a few
Yeah.
different scenes later on. Too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You didn't just hack into the hive mind. You jacked the whole system.
Yeah, there's a lot of writing this season that just sounds like fucking ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what makes this one sound a lot more ChatGPT than just like, oh, it's not X, it's Y,
Mhm.
is that like they're fucking synonyms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's not changing what was said. She's just saying
you
it differently.
didn't just hack into the hive mind. You jacked the whole system.
Like what's the difference
Mhm.
there?
No, it's saying the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're really amping it up on the 80s nostalgia stuff in this show. I've noticed everything.
Well, it's just
It's
product
product
placement.
placement, yeah,
Product
obviously.
placement on everything, and then
Fucking jerky.
everything they're talking about movies and characters, and we're gonna go watch Miami Vice and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they just like saw how well the like whole new Coke thing did from like they were able to fucking bring it back
Yeah.
for season 3. So I mean, like it's obvious, and also this definitely has like a higher budget than fucking
Oh, there's no doubt.
maybe
400
anything on Netflix.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, yeah, 'cause that's it.
Okay, that's it. What's your favorite?
Shut up.
Every single scene in this is so just dramatic. They're trying so hard to make everything a moment. There's no subtlety. I have like a specific comparison. In season 1, there's a scene where 11 saves Mike and makes the bullies run away. And it's played dramatically, but the difference is there's so much build up to it. Mike was about to jump off a giant cliff into water to save Dustin, and it was an immediate threat. In this, for example, there's a scene where Will is revealed to have powers, and it's just, I feel like the dramaticness doesn't work there, because like it's just such a huge coincidence that like all 3 people he's about to save like
Mhm.
didn't die already, and like it's synced up for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like such every like little thing, like even just the stupid like exposition lines that are just like so blunt are just like delivered with
Yeah.
this like dramatic aura.
And
Yeah.
everything that happens is overly explained as
Mhm.
well, instead of just letting the story. Like you said one time that sometimes it's best not to say anything and just sort of show
Mm-hmm.
how it's going to happen and make people sort of understand it. But everything in this, from all the way from 1 all the way through chapter 4, was explained thoroughly. You know, every plan, everything. And
Well, speaking of plan, like something I noticed is every episode there's just like this giant fucking plan that's being
Mhm.
crafted.
Yeah.
That's like the center point of the episode.
yeah, and then the same thing happens. They all sort of unravel.
Yeah,
and then
it's-
somebody's got to fix
Like
it.
I
or
didn't
do
realize
something.
it until I kind of thought back
Yeah.
on it. It's like every single
Mhm.
episode there's just some
Yeah.
big plan that's
Yeah.
being made and like followed until like
Or so and so is going to die, or this is going to happen, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, there's one where it's Mike's plan, and it just like there's a like shot where it cuts to Steve, and it's just like he's nodding no to himself. It just leads nowhere. Like I don't know why like that's shown at all.
Yeah.
I don't. It's just like I don't know why he nodded no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, but I did like some of the weird things in the middle of those plans, like the hijacking of his BMW instead of using the van. I thought that was pretty cool. Just the switch off to that, and
I mean, like
and
drilling into it.
drilling into it and making it the vehicle instead of the van. So, I mean, at least they threw some of that stuff in there to sort of make it a little bit more interesting.
Can we talk about the kind of just nerfing of the Demogorgon?
Well, it's just inconsistent because like it can take like fucking 60 military bullets, but
Mhm.
then like Karen can fucking cut it with like a glass bottle.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. It's like last season I watched this thing just fucking shred a Russian compound.
Mm-hmm.
One of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this season, because like a semi-main character is involved, we had to make it so that it could just be basically killed with a wine bottle. I know that it did strike down both the parents and hospitalize them, but like I don't know, everyone in that house kind of should have been eviscerated.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know.
And the house itself.
And another thing is like, why doesn't the military use more incendiary weapons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they know the
They have
only
to know
thing-
that, yeah, I mean, obviously
in-
they know
yeah.
because Dr. K said that it thrives in cold, and it, you know, so she knows something about these.
And
You
also,
know.
they have military personnel that use flamethrowers to
Yeah.
open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was like only one guy was able to use a flamethrower.
Yeah.
At that end scene.
Also, I guess there's something going on where Vecna can kind of surpass heat-related, I guess, injury because he revives all of the Demogorgons
Mm-hmm.
that were even
Mhm.
burned.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to bring up is like dad is Ted. Ted Wheeler, like he's just also in critical condition, I guess. I mean, it's not really brought up.
Yeah.
Never spoke about him since he was in the
I don't know
hospital.
why they didn't also go to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Because he was a know-nothing anyway. He just... the guy just goes through life ignoring his whole family. It was bizarre.
So what I was going to say, though, is something interesting is they made a point that, like, Ted doesn't know the age of his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, Joyce's conversation with Will outside of the barn, she was like, how can a mother forget about their, like, she either says 12 or 11-year-old son.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look back, his age is actually 1 year off from what she says. So, like, there's, like, the whole conspiracy going on that there's, like, some sort of, like, time-related thing happening, too.
Yeah.
Where it's, like, a lost year. And there is, like, some conspiracy about, like, some, like, year time shift or something going on.
Will is secretly a year older.
Not just, like, a year older or something, like, a year younger, but, like, there's, like, some, like, lost year or something, maybe. Yeah.
He was stuck in fucking Vecna land for 40 years.
Well, not just him, though, because, like, there's also the thing where it's, like, Ted doesn't know Holly's age.
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, based off the other writing in this show, it might just be stupid.
Maybe.
They did bring up his bowl cut, though, so now he doesn't have it this season, and they sort of joked about his little bowl cut. Well, not like he used to, though.
Definitely more messy.
Yes. And he's a man now.
Yeah, and he supports Israel.
Oh, boy.
Fucking hated, like, all the Dustin getting bullied stuff. Just, like, that whole opening scene with it was just, like, such a cliche, like, fucking...
Mm-hmm.
It's cliche 30 years ago type scene.
Yeah.
Which maybe that's the point, but it's also, like, maybe fucking I can shit on a plate and eat it, but it's not going to taste good.
What?
Like, the whole just Dustin getting bullied shit. I
Yeah.
just hate it.
I feel like those scenes, it's almost like the core audience of the show is just kind of outgrown what the show was or, like, should be, kind of. Because I think the show is at its best when it's, like, these kids somehow, like, finding themselves in this deeper conspiracy through the game of Dungeons and Dragons, you know? Because that's honestly where I think the show is at its best, is, like, using Dungeons and Dragons to amplify or kind of drive the story.
And the only one who's really sticking to that is the character of Mike.
Which is weird because
he's still using the book. He's still using all the characters.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
it is interesting though because there's like a whole scene where he kind of has like a falling out with Will last season or like a couple seasons ago, where he's like, "What'd you think we were just gonna sit in my basement and forever and play Dungeons and Dragons, not get girlfriends?" And
here he is still basically playing Dungeons and Dragons. So, yeah, that's kind of a weird point.
I think Mike has overall been inconsistent since season 1, but I do think that they're trying to return him back to, like, just who Mike Wheeler is supposed to be.
But, again, this is in all of these 4 chapters, you start looking like, I think they're trying to find things for him to do as well.
I mean, he kind of just did nothing last season.
He didn't, except had little things with setting up boards with the characters and helping out with some of the plans, but never really being a main character. Last season.
Yeah, I feel like for a couple seasons now, he's just kind of been Elle's boyfriend.
It's odd when that happens in a show and they,
Yeah, I mean, Jack, I think, kind of hit the nail on the head early on, saying, like, a lot of people were kind of sacrificed for a character of Eddie to be so prominent.
Yeah.
Nobody really cares that Dustin was missing.
Yeah.
I mean, they brought it up, and the only thing they were mad at is because he had a part to do, but nobody was like, I hope nothing happened to him. I mean, here they are in conspiracy world, and there's military all around.
This whole thing started from Will being missing.
Yeah. Exactly. And then they don't have a concern that something similar could happen to him because they're investigating something similar happening to somebody else.
Yeah.
Well, something interesting about that is, like, they are canonically a bit older now. Despite, like, looking a lot older, they are, like, a bit older.
Yeah.
Where, like, Holly is of the age of kids that have gone missing.
Yeah.
And are going missing. Like, Will was that age.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe a year off.
Yeah.
But he was around that age, like, when he went missing. So I don't think they would assume that Dustin got, like, Vecna'd.
Yeah, with everything going on, him being bullied and all that, somebody has to have a little concern for him being a close friend.
Yeah.
That something happened. He's not just going to flake. He's never done that before.
I mean, I think that they had some concern, but definitely not enough to be like, we should probably go look for him.
Yeah, but then he shows up all bloody and this and that.
Yeah,
he's there was very little concern.
Magically located the van with Steve and John at the night. What was that about?
Well, he was just coming up the road. I don't even know if he really located him or it was just coincidental.
But I mean, either way, it's just bad writing.
Yeah. I don't know how much of this show was pre-planned for years, because there's a good amount of it that feels like we're just kind of sliding things into place. We'll come this is something that happened in the past and we just came up with this idea, so now we can kind of retcon this together. And I think the biggest culprit of that is our big reveal towards the end that 8 is still alive or still around. Season 2.
I don't really mind that, honestly.
Especially if it goes somewhere.
My thing is just I'm such not a fan of that season, and I was so happy when it was over, but now it's back and it's going to be a central point of the show. And you can't make the argument now that it's just a thing that never went anywhere, because it is back now, but I'm curious to know the justification for it.
Yeah, but I did like when she was trying to break into that vault and she said kryptonite, because I mean that's somebody who has her powers. She can't break that. And I thought that was pretty cool.
To me, the justification is that I feel like they're setting it up where the only thing that can stop another kid or number kid is another number kid. So
you're saying Dr. K using her as a tool to kind of shut down L?
Yeah.
Or
L.
Vecna in
L. I mean, it seems like they didn't really have the capability to use it against Vecna.
Yeah.
At the end, though, it almost looks like Will has more power than L. I mean, he stops 4, and outside of his vision, 4 of those...
4 or 3?
That was 3, you're correct. Yeah. But 2 were not even in his vision.
Yeah. One of them was in
the tunnel. One was by the van in a field, God knows where.
Yeah.
And then one in front of him.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we've ever seen L do anything that big.
He hijacked the whole system.
Yeah.
Not shutting down what you're saying, but Hawkins is probably smaller than you think.
I'm sure it is, but still, they're
not
in his vision. When did L ever do that without being in a bathtub or what have you?
Also, apparently it isn't, based off it taking them fucking 8 hours to go anywhere.
Yeah. Well, that's my point with the Harry Potter thing. They're setting it up where a piece of Voldemort is inside of him, and that's why he's so special and powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, they directly showed it by fucking the whole implanting seeds or whatever.
Yeah.
We did see it at the end of season 1 also when he hocked up one of those freaking things as well in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Then went down the sink.
Yeah. Fucking funny. It's just type of show that could have ended right there forever. It would have been great.
Yeah.
I'm at a conflicted point with Will, because I actually love the character and what they're doing with the character. It's just that I don't think Noah Schnapp is the best actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a sudden change to me.
Yeah. He I think he's just grown up now, and it's difference between acting abilities is more noticeable between both the kids as well as you put him in a scene with fucking Winona Ryder. It's pretty apparent to me that he can't really act too well.
The one scene I was thinking about is when Will is talking to his mom about just it's about if the visions are the same as before or if it's a new thing. And he's just he can't act. It's sad, strained. I feel like it would have been better if it was emotionless even. Because, I mean, at least he would have been able to play that.
Yeah.
Maybe. But then, it gets so much worse when there's, a tone shift when Robin enters the conversation and then goes into, the whole fucking ChatGPT line. But it's just, the tone shift... Because it's, from this, fake sad to, just, so interested into what Robin's saying.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much tonal consistency throughout any of the writing this season.
Yeah, the best part he had is when he was sort of yelling at his mom and shutting her down in the car. And then it just went back to crap again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do like the way they ended him off. I do have to say that was sort of a good thing for me. But
I mean, it's definitely interesting, and I'm curious to see where that part of the story goes.
Yeah, and we'll find out Christmas Eve.
He's just kind of the boy who lived now, and he's just hyper powerful being.
The Upside Down doesn't really seem like a special place anymore.
No.
It seems like Vecna can have every monster in there go into the real world, or into our world, I guess.
Yeah,
and
they
it
were
also
cutting
seems
through.
like they were flipping. Actually.
Yeah.
And it also seems like people have the same amount of problems in either dimension, aside from running out of food in Vecna at the Upside Down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, there was like a whole theory that like something about like no water in the Upside Down either, because like that guy pissed on the wall and it was like sizzling.
Mm.
So maybe water is something that can hurt the Upside Down.
Maybe. I mean,
Yeah, they
it's
tried
also
to make
just,
a
like,
point
I
of
guess
that more
piss
than
is
once.
hot.
Twice she spoke about that.
I mean, like pee coming out is also hot, and that's a fucking like.
Not boiling.
Yes,
I mean, it's still like Vecna is like powered by cold, kind of, or is comfortable in the cold. So I mean, like
maybe.
I just found it weird going back to your point of them shooting at these creatures. They have to have the knowledge that this doesn't really hurt them.
Yeah.
And not being
But does
ready.
it though? Fucking wine bottles seem to.
Yeah, but that's just another weird thing. And she just cut it a few times, especially in the mouth area. But the fact that they weren't ready for something to come back out of that opening that they keep going through and have something there ready is beyond me. They didn't have any. There was like no guard at that thing. They would just happen to be in the area at that moment, having fights with all these other things coming in. And then Vecna shows up and
What do
just
you think about
walks right through.
Vecna's kind of redesign?
I kind of like it. I mean, it's
I like
okay.
it.
Yeah.
He's almost like an evil Groot now.
Mhm. That's
I
a good
think
point.
it's kind of playing on like maybe like the Fort Byers thing or
Mhm.
like something with like being in the woods. Like he's all kind of
Yeah.
like tree now,
Mhm.
and he has some pretty brutal kills.
Oh yeah, no
So,
doubt. We had that one scene with that one guy bent right through his
Yeah,
head and his eyes and everything.
I was saying to Jack, like especially that whole sequence towards the end. This show feels more like a Cloverfield paradox movie than any other season right now.
Yeah, I could see that. Not that I saw that all the way through, but
Yeah, no, I just think it's kind of leaning more into like the Lovecraftian elements of all of it.
I have like 2 more points about just the military. Why are all the parents so like letting of having their kids taken by the military?
that to me was the oddest scene that they just showed up and they willingly, without screaming, "No, you're not taking my child." What could they possibly said to them that let them willingly take their children away?
Yeah.
To God knows where. They weren't even able to find out where. We're just going to take your children.
Yeah,
You might be in danger, but your children
but
are being
that
taken.
thing
you know what I mean?
is in town. Is the thing.
Well, I
but
think
still.
Military.
they're
base
like
is in
telling them that the kids are unsafe, so they have to be under like military supervision.
town. But like not
like,
a single one.
Yeah, no, I
know.
agree.
So why not get out of the town with your child? No, I'm going to take my child.
Yeah.
It's my child. We're going to leave town.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, a lot
Yep.
of people kind of left.
If it
also,
was
like,
revealed that the town's under a bubble, I can get it.
So
But-
they most likely fucking went to like Derek's house. Did they just not check anything when they knocked on the door?
What do you mean?
Like after knocking on the door, no response. Did they not go in and fucking see that like this whole fucking house is like fucked up with
Yeah.
like holes in the floors and shit like that?
That I don't know. That's right. They cut
And
the
then like
hole.
they just didn't care when Derek showed up. So it's like clearly that they didn't like care about it. Also just like fucking it's just like they so clearly are just like the military is bad because they're bad. Like they're just straight up evil. Like fucking like Derek speaks out and one of the guys just fucking slaps him in the back of the head. Like what is going on here?
I personally think we're going to find out Dr. K is actually not going to be that bad. I think Dr. K is actually trying to stop all of this that happened many years earlier. I think we're going to find that out.
It's either like that or that doing things that are like morally questionable to get that done.
You know, I'm certain that's part of it.
I think that's already kind of been seen.
Yeah.
You recognize the actor, by the way?
I know her from someplace, but where do I know her from?
Terminator.
Ah, okay.
Sarah
Yeah,
Connor.
yeah, that is Sarah Connor. Nice. Wow.
Also, another thing where it's just like, oh, they're just doing it to do it is that Jonathan is just stupid now because he's jealous.
He's just kind of had nothing to do for fucking 4 seasons.
Yeah, but that's it. I mean, he's just like the love interest and the whole thing with the ring. If he's never milked a cow and now he's looking to marry her, I don't get it. Or was he saying you didn't ask her to marry her?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what he was talking
Yeah.
about? Oh, okay. I thought he was
milked
talking
the
about
cow.
But it's supposed to. You're supposed to be like tricked
Yeah.
by it, but then it's revealed.
Wasn't it like extremely clear to like even him that like it happened in season 2? Like when
Oh, that's
at
right.
their house?
I guess that's true.
Because I mean, like there was a whole scene where like he
That's
like
right.
spit up his fucking coffee or whatever.
I remember that now. So I guess I forgot.
Well, I mean, more so, even to Murray, it would be clear.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like a bait type of thing where it's like, this is going to help you fix the relationship by having sex.
I also
But
just
then
feel like they haven't had
the
much to
ring.
do in the relationship since, like,
No.
the like, whole... In season 3, it was kind of okay, I guess. But
I mean, like,
after that,
she's
it's just
also leading, like, a fucking battalion of underground spies, technically.
Yeah, exactly.
So
She's like,
kind of
you know,
busy, you know?
Mhm.
she's like the head of the resistance, you know? And that stuff I actually found pretty cool, that they have all these kinds of tunnels and stuff set up all around.
I really like the scene where her and Mike, like, dress up like the nurse and
That was
the
hilarious.
injured patient.
That was great.
Because I feel like they're siblings.
Yeah.
And they never really do anything in the show.
No. And they had a couple of good moments. Some of them were cheesy and this and that. When they're in the hospital, they have these light moments. When your parents are in critical condition and you're young and you don't know what the hell's going on, these light, happy moments, I don't know. And you see it a lot. I just don't get it in movies, you know? They should have just been devastated that this happened and sort of
There's so
they're a
many
little bit
moments where,
behind
like,
of it happening.
They're just, like, going through this fucking, like, trials and tribulations of, like, hell type
Mhm.
fucking
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
But then just, like, perfect managerial decisions. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't affect their thinking at all.
Yeah. And they sit down and they come up with these intricate plans.
Yeah.
You
Like,
know?
it kind of can't, though. Because
It's just so fast-paced.
I agree, but, like, any fucking slip-up in mental,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, you know, planning or whatever, like, any one of these kids would just be dead.
Yeah.
You know? They would get themselves into a situation where they're just fucking either eviscerated by a monster
Mhm.
or killed by a soldier.
Yeah. But
Like-
only fucking, like, guest characters can
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
So,
But
doesn't
with
matter.
that said, they take this one kid who is the bully, the young bully, and they turn him into one of the best characters.
Before we get to Derek,
Yeah.
like, it's shocking to me that, like, both of the parents aren't just dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm surprised they didn't
At
go...
least the dad.
At least father.
Especially, like, with
Yeah.
how they handled the dad just, like, not even being fucking brought up after. Like, I'm
Mhm.
surprised they didn't just make it, like, a heroic moment for him, like, full on, where he
Yeah.
Yeah.
completely sacrificed his life for it.
Mm-hmm.
At least save his wife, who.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because it's like...
it also, like, ties into the Demogorgons just
Yeah.
becoming these slow, bumbling, like,
Mhm.
I don't even know. They're just, like, meatbag type of
Mhm.
things.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's something that's happening. Who knows? Maybe they are getting a little slow because he's all over the place.
I don't think so, though, because they, like, eviscerate
Mhm.
the army in Hawkins.
When Vecna was closer, but
I mean, they
If they're-
they did it last season, too, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think it's
Mhm.
it's not a
Yeah.
thing.
yeah,
They just don't want to kill main characters.
Yeah.
Like, what fucking purpose is Ted Wheeler gonna have? Where they
It's
wanted
just
him
gonna.
alive,
I
you
think
know?
it's gonna be the type of thing where it's like the good guys win and everybody survives because they don't want to
Mhm.
dip too far.
Derek might
into,
be like the first guest character that doesn't die.
Yeah, I think he will be.
I think he's closer to like a Max type character.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of Max, just like her fucking running to that portal, she was like, it wasn't even a run; it was like a fucking waltz over.
I don't know what. Yeah,
And also just like waiting fucking 20 seconds beforehand
Mhm.
after seeing it's an escape.
but again, you speak about tropes all the time. It's a trope you see over and over again.
Yeah,
and
and
I
like,
don't know.
you
I don't
just
think
gotta
it's
get
ever
tired
that
of it.
setting up that moment.
extreme.
yeah, I get
you know?
tired of that stuff.
I seriously don't think I've seen one like this
Mhm.
extreme though.
It's just gonna be to push off and really milk the moment of
Mhm.
her and Lucas finally reconciling when she's back.
Yeah, but that was definitely a surprise to me that turned out to be her. He said it was going to be the brother, and I was like, yeah, okay, I could see that happening, and then it turned out to be her,
Max's brother. by the
Max's
way.
brother, and then it turns out she's
Billy?
in.
Yeah,
Billy.
I honestly
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping it was because that like
Yeah.
would have been like a really interesting redemptive arc for him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you never know; he could still show up in another memory.
What happened-
She's
he
in
might- his,
Vecna's
like, he's-
memories.
I think like Max's appearance in the episode that's kind of like half focused on her explaining to Holly everything that's going on is
Yeah.
really weird because there's like 5 scenes I feel like where she's like, yeah, that's a fair question. Well,
Mhm.
here's why.
Yeah,
Like she says the exact thing like fucking
because
5 times.
And it just tried to explain everything that filled in blanks for us all instead of just. I thought, and I liked having Max back. Don't get me wrong, but I think that we could have all figured out what's going on in the story. She just came in and filled in blanks now, and to show where she is in some memory that's apparently not a good memory for him,
Yeah.
for Henry,
Yeah.
and he's terrified of it. We don't know why yet, and I'm certain we're going to find out.
Mhm.
But
Funny
that's
parallel to Thunderbolts also.
Mhm.
But what was the one with the Lucas in the hospital?
What do you mean?
Like he was explaining the whole fucking like year thing, kind of. where it's like, it's
Lucas
like 3
was
days
saying,
before.
like, I don't believe in coincidences. It's 3 days before, like, Will, I think, went missing.
Just like another blunt moment.
Yeah.
Where like they couldn't think of a better way to.
Also, just like weird that it's like 3 days off too.
Yeah.
So like I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, like is there actually a point to it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does it tie into what I was saying with like the
Little
Will's
time.
age is like misremembered thing, and like so is Holly's.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's the date?
There's also,
currently again? It's November. It's near Thanksgiving.
November
right?
3rd, 87. I don't know. There is like definitely something weird because
Isn't it 89?
no, it's 87.
I don't know. I thought that.
They also talk about like wormholes, and then Will goes like schizophrenic and paints this whole mural that just is like also a wormhole.
Yeah.
With like parts where like on the outside where children can be trapped or whatever. So they're definitely like, and then I think they mentioned like time travel at one point too.
Well, they definitely did.
When?
They had the whole scene in the school. The professor was talking about time travel.
No,
also.
he's talking about wormholes, but I think it's like maybe when Max is explaining something to Holly when she's talking about when she went back in time to
Oh yeah, she
that,
saw,
and then Holly's like, oh, like time travel. So like I think there is something weird going on with time as
Maybe.
well.
I don't know. Maybe they like go to the beginning and then they stop it from ever happening.
Maybe
That would be
like,
the worst ending to the show.
When they go back to Chicago, they feel it.
What?
Oh boy.
It's Joe Keery's song. You know speaking of bad endings, I saw there was like a clip of Joe Keery and like Nancy Byers and Nancy Wheeler and Jonathan Byers all just like talking about the ending and being like,
Soon to be Nancy Byers.
I don't know.
Okay.
So, sort of like hiding the fact of what's going on.
I mean, there was like a video where they asked him, "Are you happy with the ending of Stranger Things?"
Oh, that changes it completely.
Yeah, and they were all kind of just like, "We're satisfied with it."
Oh boy.
I mean, like it's definitely not like full on Game of Thrones, but like it's still just like kind of shitballs.
I wonder like what's gonna happen. That they also seem to be like nervous if the fans are gonna be happy with it.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm not like I'm just waiting to see if it all wraps up really, because I kind of can't see it doing that like fully.
They mentioned the thing with Elle and Mike where it was like
getting away after this is all
like
over.
after it's all over, they like live kind of happily ever after, and there's 3 waterfalls and everything. And she's like, "Do you think that's possible for us?" And
well, maybe not the waterfalls.
I don't know. Is it gonna wrap up with a nice bow and everyone's gonna end happy? And is anyone gonna die? I have no idea.
I'll be honest. I really thought that Hopper. Thank you. I thought Hopper was going to die.
I didn't think so.
I honestly thought that he was going to boom.
That
himself.
reminds me of like it's been like reminding me of like another similar like just poorly written thing.
I feel like they're like kind of trying to bait and switch with Hopper because like they already kind of killed him at the end of last season thing, and then he was fine. You know,
it reminds me of something where like I can't remember what it reminds me of, but like the issue was that like it's all this writing that goes nowhere because the choice ends up not happening.
I feel like the writing of like Hopper and Elle's relationship is just it's fucking same thing over and over again.
Yep.
Kinda. That scene is so weird.
There's fucking just the one scene where like he's getting like patched up or whatever, and like it's something about like fucking Punk or whatever, and he
punk ass.
Yeah, he just like does like a weird fucking face, just like I don't know.
The point I'm making though is like for the last like 2-3 seasons, their relationship has been like learning how to work with and trust each other.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm
then,
stuck in Russia.
Yeah. And then they just did it all again, where they have to like learn and trust each other.
Yeah, him making her prove herself that she can do this timing thing and never committing to it, and gaslighting, which is a word I hate, by the way. But you know, doing this to her over and over again.
Because you're a gaslighter, that's why.
But then all of a sudden they have this epiphany moment that she can do it and take care of everything.
It's just like Hopper like learning, or Elle like learning that Hopper has her best interest in mind, and then Hopper learning that he has to kind of give her some freedom, and they just fucking do this over and over. And it's like, I don't know, it seems like you learned this, but I guess we'll do it again.
And that's why that, coupled with the fact that he survived the whole Russia thing and didn't die in that they were really going to off him in this, and he'd be gone off the show in the first part of season 5, you know, the first 4. And I thought that they were just going to it be that.
Do you think he should have died at the end of season 3 with like the whole Russia?
No, I'll be honest. I actually like that whole Russia connection.
Yeah.
And Murray getting involved. I love the Murray character. He's another standout in this season so far for me. But I think if he died after these 4 chapters in this, I would have been satisfied with that. I would have missed the character.
Feel
don't
like
get me
there would
wrong.
have been any real fucking payoff to kill him though.
I
What
think
would we have killed him for?
If that
this was
happened,
for?
and now Elle is like, now I'm fucking pissed. Now
But, like,
I gotta.
what he have died for?
Well, died for what he thought was in that room, but it turned out not to be that. But it opened up what it really is for.
So then Elle walks in there, and her sister and her foster dad are blown.
It didn't
to
even have
fucking
to be her. It
smithereens.
could have been something else, and it didn't have to be the sister. But it
Fucking-
could have been something that led her to the realities of the connection between the military and what's happening there.
I wonder if they
I don't know.
considered her dying, or like her getting blown up by him, and like that just having happened.
I don't think
So now Elle's gone.
No,
I
no,
think the whole-
8.
The whole point of it
Oh,
is
wait.
like it was like he said, it was like a failsafe. I don't think they're gonna kill anybody. To be honest with you, if anyone dies, it'll be Will, but I don't think so.
But will he really die?
Maybe not.
Will he really die?
I think they're gonna like play up that he's gonna have to like sacrifice himself in some way, and then I think it'll be like kind of like a Harry Potter thing where he doesn't really die. You know?
Something I was thinking is maybe Max doesn't escape when they're trying the escape with the sister, but maybe the sister does, and then like the sister tells Mike.
Maybe
or-
that.
I'll
Yeah.
play music.
Lucas,
Play
Lucas,
music.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see this show ending in like a sad way in any way. You
Mhm.
know? I feel like that maybe there should be some sacrifices or something, but I don't know. Like even like Robin maybe dying would be kind of like a interesting gut wrench thing.
Maybe.
But I don't know. Huh?
She never went to dinner.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like just can't see anybody dying. I don't think they'll do it. They haven't done it yet. That would be
No.
interesting if they saved it all for this season.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's supposed to be the last season.
Yeah.
It's got to be at this point.
It
We'll
is,
see what
yeah.
happens when they're all 40s.
I don't think the fucking actors.
You don't think they're going to be back in their 40s?
Stranger Things 2. Stranger Parents. This happened 30 years ago. Same thing.
Well, we didn't speak about, really, what's his name again? The little kid.
Oh, Derek. Derek's definitely a standout.
He's a good standout character for me. He turned up as a young bully in the schoolyard, but actually now turns out to be one of the strongest characters in the show.
I just think like all his writing's funny. His performance is fucking great.
Yeah, and AJ tells me that this actor, the only other thing he did was some local furniture store commercial or something.
Yeah.
And he turned out to be okay. I kind of like the character.
Like his fucking laughing in the dinner scene
Mm-hmm.
was great.
Yeah.
Like it's just like great laughing.
Yeah.
It smells like shit in here. Probably from all my
Farts.
Saw like a TikTok edit.
It's sort of fat.
Yeah. But look at the kid's room. I mean, his
Fucking
father's got to be
arcade.
making some
Yeah.
money. He's
Oh,
got
well,
all
yeah.
kinds of stuff in
What
that
was
room.
it? They said like what that family did.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I
What did
didn't-
he do?
yeah. Was it real estate?
Yeah,
Yeah?
it was.
Yeah.
It is real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they knocked out the whole family. That was a pretty cool part, especially when the father gets up. Oh, look, Daddy's sloshed, huh? And he goes face
I thought like
down.
the whole thing where it's like the friend doesn't take it. It's just like such
Mhm.
like
Yeah, that was just
quick shortcut to just make it a little bit more dramatic.
Yeah.
I didn't really enjoy that.
And then
Suck
they cut
my
up.
fat one.
Yeah, yeah. Then they
It
cut
is
up that
funny,
whole
like,
house.
They do like it's just weird like how quickly they have him turn over. Like it's just
Mhm.
another like thing like oh we have to make this more dramatic.
I really like the scene actually when it's like, are you looking for Mr. What's it? When it's Mike and Will on the
Yeah.
floor, just like
Mhm.
trying to hold this pipe together,
Yeah.
and then her eyes like dart to the kid that's in
Yeah.
the hole.
Fucking like it looked like that one I've seen people compare it to like the lizard from fucking Spider-Man. It's just
Mhm.
one shot.
It's fucking funny though.
Yeah.
I mean, like, just that kid's eyes are fucking, like, I don't know, just, like, fucking like a beacon in the night.
Yeah. I don't know if this is true, but I saw somewhere that somebody said Shawn Levy's directing episode 6.
Okay.
Maybe just IMDb that real quick, and I think it's gonna be kind of focused on Max, so we will see. That might not even be revealed yet.
I mean, it's not his first, he's done it before. Like, a few
I know he's done it, but
episodes.
he's a executive producer, but has he directed any this season yet?
I'm not sure.
You know who Shawn Levy is? Directed Deadpool and Wolverine.
I knew the name.
Did
I
he do
just-
2?
Hmm?
Did he also do 2?
Deadpool too? I don't think so.
Frank Darabont, what the fuck? That's the Walking Dead guy and, like,
Yeah.
other shit.
Netflix.
Yeah, apparently he directed episode 3.
Wow.
Shawshank, Green Mile.
Mhm.
That's fucking crazy. I did not know he was involved. And then the other ones so far just seem like the Duffer Brothers.
Yeah. But there's some big money in this show. You're getting this guy to direct.
Yeah.
Did it say any of the upcoming ones? Who's directing?
Yeah, it's just the Duffermans, and you were right about Levsker.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't really have much more to say about that.
Yeah.
I don't really have much more to say about that. Poor scum. Seen it?
No.
Several times.
I actually kind of really liked the sequence of Mike trying to lead everybody away from the army compound to the Radio Shack.
Mm-hmm.
Like all those kind of crazy, almost like overly cinematic
I
shots.
do.
Yeah.
It's not even cinematic to me. To me, it's more so just like game cinematic, where it's like in like a game like this would have like quick time moments where like, you have to press a button.
The whole thing, he kept going, just watch me, concentrate on me. And I thought that was pretty cool. He did. That was his best part in how many episodes, you know?
But to me, it's
going
also
back to last season.
weird because like of course they all survive,
Mm-hmm.
but the fucking I don't know. I it's like maybe it's because they're shooting, but I
Yeah.
don't know. Like
thought
like
it was
Vecna should
interesting,
know to like go after.
Vecna doesn't kill Joyce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like why? Well, didn't it run away because?
No, Vecna is face to face with Joyce.
Yeah.
And
She's yelling at him.
slaps
Leave my
her
boy
away.
alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said when, not.
Well, that's when. Like she. I
In
don't
that
know.
last season in the
He's like going to Will.
Yeah.
And she gets in between them.
leave my boy alone.
But wasn't it like Will started to like control him?
No, Will has yet to control.
No, I
Vecna.
mean like it was like wasn't Will like in his head like watching kinda?
Not really.
Cause didn't he like fall to the fucking ground? You mean like in the barn?
No.
Oh.
No, this is
Okay.
when they're
In the
at
military
the
base.
last big fight at the military
Because
base.
I will say I do think they kind of made a point where like the thing kind of ran away a lot of times whenever it was.
But I'm not talking about.
I know. I'm just saying like separately. I do think they made a point where like it ran away a lot of times whenever it was like Will was in its head, like without knowing. I don't know if that was intentional.
I don't know.
Yeah, but now Will knows he can control him.
Yeah.
There
So
was, like, a 3.
where do we think it's going to pick up from? Like, I'd have to imagine the military is immediately going to try to capture Will, right?
Maybe.
But everybody there is dead except for Will.
Do you
And
think Will can only
and-
control, like, has telekinesis powers over the Vecna creatures? Or, because that's kind of what I was wondering. Like,
I think you're
that's
probably right
interesting.
because he's in their heads where L could do it to
Just like
people
objects.
outside.
yeah, just objects.
Yeah, but
More
if he
general
can be
telekinesis.
inside of Vecna, he can control
Vecna.
what?
You might want to say that again.
Vecna.
Vecna.
Did I say Ner?
Yeah.
No, Vecna. But if he can be inside of Vecna, he can control others, I would assume, as well.
Maybe.
But that has to be seen because he just learned that he has these powers.
Yeah.
You know, so
Do we think though that the critical hit theory is going to come into play?
Explain that.
So like, there's a theory because the show is so based in Dungeons and Dragons that, and like this isn't like you don't have to like roll a 20 for it to be a critical hit in Dungeons and Dragons, but like a natural 20 is like your best possible roll. So there's 11, there's 8, and then they're considering Will to be 1 because he's the first kid that Vecna like captured and did stuff. So like,
he wasn't made in the lab.
Well,
He
I mean,
was-
also he's clearly like mirroring Vecna
Yeah.
at this point, where like he's kind of like taking over his powers, I guess. So
yeah.
that would also make him 1 because
Yeah.
Vecna's 1.
yes.
But
But didn't Vecna say that you were the first one?
yeah.
You know, so yeah.
But the theory is that if you add up all the numbers, it gets you to 20. So like combining their strength could take down Vecna.
Okay, I get it.
I don't know if I would hate it because
I don't think I'd hate it.
kinda
Now I could
interested-
see Mike saying that's 20. That's that's
I mean,
the
like-
perfect roll, or
and
what have
it would
you,
call
you know?
back to like the whole thing in the
Yeah.
Hellfire Club where they
Mhm.
were in this like seemingly lost scenario in their game, and then
Yeah.
they rolled the 20,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a miracle. You know,
As long as it actually fits in like the story and like there's actual writing behind it.
I think if it even calls back to that, and it's like like I said, I think the show is at its best when it's doing Dungeons and Dragons stuff.
I have to agree.
I mean, like I just want it where they're not just doing it to do it, and like it's
Mm-hmm.
there's actual logic behind it, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think if you don't have to like outright mention the Hellfire Club thing, but just like there has to be some nod to that because like that was a big thing for them.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering what's going to happen now also in the Upside Down, the memory, Henry's house and the whole bit, and then the woods, and then Max
Yeah.
outside of the woods. The one thing that still sticks in my head is that little girl was given that tape recorder. Music is a big thing. How something's going to come with that in that area
That's
that helps
interesting.
Max. What can be played there? Is it going to be a memory that's from where Max is now that affects Henry
Well,
or keeps him away?
I don't
or
know
what
if it's
have
that, but I do actually
Yeah.
think it's interesting that you brought up like the tape thing and like
Mhm.
that. I guess that's like Holly's music.
Yeah, and maybe that's going to protect Holly. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, that might
Then
play
she
into
has
my
the thing
theory.
around her neck that her brother gave her.
That might play into my theory where like she can escape, but Max
She's
can't.
also
And it- yeah.
wearing Henry's Boy Scout
And then
stuff.
she's got his. Boy
I'm
Scout,
starting to think maybe something happened Boy Scouting.
Could
And
be
that's gonna
because
be, like, the whole-
that's definitely an area that would go hiking into.
Yeah.
Something happened there, whether he was embarrassed or what have you. So real bad memory that
I
hurt.
wouldn't be
Well,
fucking shocked. If
Maybe
it
he was
turns out,
sexually
like
abused or
Henry's
something.
fucking gay or
Yeah,
something.
or maybe. Yeah, who knows?
Because I could see like a whole thing of this show kind of just ending off with like a
Gay people are bad.
not
Oh,
gay
boy.
people are bad, but
Oh,
just
boy.
like a sexual like realization and like be who you are.
I don't
Or I could also see the thing where it's like Vecna has this whole thing where it's like, you know, little kids are so easy to manipulate and all this. So maybe he was sexually
Oh, boy.
abused.
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know. I kind of just hate fucking like mortal pedophile creatures.
I don't know. I mean,
That's like a very
Vecna
common trope in like
kind of
horror.
is a
Kinda.
fucking pedophile.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't
hope
know if
not.
he's the pedophile, but he was
Captures children and
on
fucking
the-
puts his seed into them.
But he was in the wrong side of that. Maybe he's doing it to, kill pedophiles. Who knows? I don't
Abusers
know.
abuse, man.
Yeah,
Abusees abuse or something.
I don't know. It's there's a lot of weird theories here, but I know that tape recording is going to help someplace, and maybe it is music. Maybe the kid does get out,
Well,
and
I
then
think it
says
has
you
be.
have to get her out, but you have to get her out using the music. What you were doing was working.
Well, I also
You
think
know?
there's something to her having a tape recorder in
Mhm.
that place, and
Yeah.
Max telling her like music is the thing that can always bring you back.
Mm-hmm.
So
So maybe like Lucas.
and like she has her own tape
Yeah.
maybe,
in that like dreamscape world.
Mm-hmm.
maybe like Lucas plays it and then like it stops like right before and then she plays it or she records it.
I'm
and
not
then
even
continues
saying that
playing
though.
it.
I'm saying like Holly in the.
I know,
dream
but I'm
world.
saying like maybe
Oh, I
Lucas
see what
stops
you're
playing
saying.
it, but
But she
because she
records
recorded
it.
it, she can just keep playing it.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's good. I like that.
Without Max knowing, so
I mean-
Max doesn't know what side it's from. It just keeps it opened.
maybe. Yeah.
Maybe like what Vecna is scared of, or is just like he found like a crystal in the ground that gives him like telekinesis powers.
Like in Chronicle.
Yeah.
I think that something's gonna happen next episode where she returns to the house and he doesn't know that she went out, but she's like, "Why the fuck are you wearing that?
Mm-hmm.
Take it off!"
Looking like Little Red Riding going through the woods.
But I think he'll like have a bad reaction to her wearing the Boy
Mhm.
Scout thing.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if like she'll go back. Honestly,
Hmm?
I don't know if she'll go back.
She has to.
Why?
Max and her made the plan
Oh.
and discussed that's the only way.
Yeah.
So if she doesn't, she's fucked, and she ruins the whole thing. You know?
So
Anything else that we missed?
No.
Favorite scenes from first 4?
I don't know. It's hard to put a favorite scene together, but
I mean, like I said, I am conflicted because I enjoy where they're going with the character of Will, but the performances out of Noah Schnapp are
I'll give my least
It's a
favorite
little
to
lower in
that
the
one
show.
scene with Will and just the whole like AI thing and I don't know that
Mhm.
whole scene.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna like pinpoint scenes, but I would say that the writing is definitely suffering this
Yeah.
season.
There's so many like weird deliveries too, like
Mhm.
fucking that one bully, hiya, oh,
Yeah,
at the grave.
yeah.
yeah, I mean, the whole show is supposedly like Elle's supposed to be the big baddie in the whole thing. I think they've been trying to push her character through a little bit too hard so far in this.
I feel like one of the characters I give a fuck the least about now.
Yeah, it's true, and I think that they're trying to push her to do things to put a little more focus on her.
Also, like they're giving
Right.
her like the thing like what Flash needs, where like he just always needs food.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like that
yeah,
was never really
batteries.
a problem.
She's
Yeah.
calling it batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is just I don't know. that
Seemingly
was just-
one Gatorade can do it.
Yeah, and
Beef
one
jerky.
beef jerky. You
Yeah.
know, but that to me is just a little bit weird. So I'm gonna do it like characters that I like and characters I don't like. Dustin, I don't know. There's something about his character I just don't like this season. I don't like the dynamic with him and Steve, which I used to love.
I
Their dynamic.
feel like it's kind of at a bad place because
Yeah.
like especially now
Mhm.
like Steve kind of gave him like this little bit of confidence when they first met because like the most popular guy in school like is
Yeah.
you know fucking with you and like you're a
Mhm.
cool guy or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like he meets Eddie, and Eddie kind of teaches him that he doesn't have to change who he is to be accepted.
Yeah.
And now Eddie's gone, and of course like he's grieving through that, but like Steve is kind of just being a dick to him, kind of
A little bit.
you know?
Yeah, there's
like,
no doubt.
not being very accepting that he's grieving. I'd say.
Yeah. And then Steve's dynamic with Jonathan, I sort of hate that because Steve isn't. I don't think he's trying to really get
I don't think so either.
what's her name back. I honestly, and I didn't think that from the beginning. Not that he was doing anything to help Jonathan's life get better in it, though he does give him some tips. But I hate that whole dynamic. The standouts I told you to me are definitely
Derek,
Derek is there, Murray, and of course
Robin. I think that there is like a saving of all three of those characters where it's like Dustin, Steve, and Jonathan. In some kind of like trio thing, and you see it for a little bit, and I do like some of those moments actually, like between the three of them, where they're almost like all kind of calling each other out on their shit.
Yep. I think that they're going to come together as a power force of whether it's muscle, what have you, of helping at the end. But it's going to be that trio helping together.
Yeah, it's almost like they both give Jonathan something to do, and Jonathan kind of is the mediator between the Steve and Dustin. So I think that could be like a through line to making those three characters good again.
Yeah, no, I can see that. And Mike, flat for a long time for me, had that redemption moment at the end when he helped everybody, the kids, get through, you know, and across everybody. I thought that was good.
I also think they're returning him kind of back to just like his D&D roots.
Yeah, and those little pieces throughout the whole show. I hope that's where he goes.
I do love the scene between him and Holly where it's like,
and that too, yes,
inducts her into like the D&D stuff. I like that. My only fear is that they're kind of just going to sideline him to being like a will they won't they type of thing between him and Will.
Yeah.
When I feel like if you're paying attention, like I think it's kind of obvious that they won't be.
I don't think they will, friends, but I hope that he gives him encouragement to do so. Yeah. And they can have like that real close friendship is back again.
That's who I think like Mike's character is supposed to be. You know? Like he is Will's number one supporter in a lot of ways, and like he's his best friend. Yeah. So.
But there's something that Mike doesn't know about him. Yeah. Or maybe he does and doesn't say anything. He's waiting for him to say it. I think that could be a good dynamic. I hope that these first four just rebuilt these characters to where they are now. And I think we saw that happening.
Yeah. I think Robin is also like a good kind of like plot device for Will to come out of the closet.
Good wingman. You know, I think that she's... Yeah, I liked those dynamic moments between those two, though they were a little quirky, and I think they did, like you say, dumb her up a little bit.
I just think
she's
it's
always
all
been
like,
that.
I don't know. Some of it, like, there's like things in the show that are like very kind of obvious if you're paying attention at all. Yeah, and it is all kind of so overly explained, and there's just like heaps of people that don't see it somehow.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say that people should do this, but if you've never watched the show, I think you could watch it from here and sort of have an idea of what's really going on. They've over-explained so many things.
That's a good point. You probably could.
Yeah, you could just pick it up and know that there's this past, and this is what happened. This is what brought them here, without watching seasons 1 through 4.
Yeah, it is insane to me though that season 2 is. You know, I never thought it wasn't going to be like a central reading in some way, but more so than ever.
Yeah, maybe like the show will end with them starting Checkmate Inc.
Oh boy.
One more character that I would put into my favorite characters is probably Will. I do think like he's the main character.
He's definitely the main character, and I think he's going to be the focal point going forward from here. Yeah. Where Elle might be sidelined until you see them coming together, 11, 8, and what we think is going to be the new one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Because it's 1 is Vecna.
Yeah.
And now 1 made 1.
Yes.
That's 11.
That's funny.
Or 2.
That is like a funny
I guess. I think it's also like you could say like 1 to 1 almost.
Yeah. So. But I think we're going to see that, and it's going to be pretty wild.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of think my enjoyment in the show is just not solely but mostly based on seeing it through at this point.
You asked if I like what Vecna looks like now. It almost reminds me of Krueger now.
Well, I could definitely see like a Freddy Krueger type of thing. I feel like he was almost more Freddy Krueger in action like previously, like season 3.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm passionate out here.
And the heat just went on again.
Yeah. All right, that was our reviews of Stranger Things Season 5, Chapters 1 through 4. I don't know. It's kind of just mid-ish.
Yeah, not horrible. I'd
Probably
I'd
give it
put
like
a five and a half.
5.5 as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, 5.5 out of us, I think. Really do.
No, it's more so just a condescending tone.
Yeah. We'll see where it goes from here. I have hopes that it'll pick up.
I don't know. That if anything, that fucking interview with like the 3 older kid actors
Oh, boy.
has me a little scared that maybe the ending is a little awkward. But we'll see you guys on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
I think we're gonna record on Christmas.
Yeah.
Happy holiday to you.